Today we are going to look at writing equations of parallel lines and perpendicular lines. We know that parallel lines have the same slope, and we're about to see that perpendicular lines have slopes that are the opposites of their reciprocals. It's easy to see this if you take a look at some of the graphs that I've just put in. Notice for graph 1, that's the red line. It is the graph of the equation y equals 3x plus 6. And the blue line is the graph of the equation y equals 3x minus 2. Do you see that they both have the same slope, so that the red and the blue line are parallel to each other? Their slope is 3. Those lines will be parallel. Now the green line, the slope is the opposite of the reciprocal of the first two lines. The opposite of 3 is negative 3, and that reciprocal is negative 1/3. Look what happens when I graph a line that has a slope of negative 1/3. It is exactly perpendicular to the first two lines. So the slopes are related in that way. Slopes that are the opposite of the reciprocal will be perpendicular, and slopes that are exactly the same will be parallel. Let's look at a problem and see if we can solve it. Write the equation of a line that passes through negative 3, negative 5, and is parallel to this given line, y equals 3x minus 1. Well, I know that the slope of the given line is 3. So the new line, to be parallel, must have the same slope, 3. I like to use the point slope form. So I'll start with y minus a negative 5, which is y plus 5, equals 3 times x minus a negative 3, which is y plus 3. Now this could be my answer if the directions do not specify which form to put it in. But if the directions specify, I believe this is still the easiest way. If I wanted to change this to y-intercept form, I could distribute the 3, and then I could subtract 5 from both sides. And now I have it in y-intercept form. So this is in point slope form, and this one is in y-intercept form. And from there, I could even put it into standard form by moving the 3x over to the other side. I'll leave that for you to do. Let's do another problem where it says to write the equation of a line that passes through 4, negative 5, and is perpendicular to this given line, y equals 2x plus 3. Well, the slope of this given line is 2. So a slope of a line that is perpendicular to this line is going to have to be the opposite of the reciprocal. So the slope of this new line is going to be the reciprocal of 2, 1/2, and the opposite of that, negative 1/2. Now I can still write it in point slope form, y minus a negative 5, y plus 5, equals negative 1/2 times x minus 4. There it is in point slope form. If I need it in slope-intercept form, do you remember the little trick to get rid of the fraction? I can multiply both sides by the denominator 2. This will give me 2y plus 10 equals negative 1 times x minus 4. Be very careful here to distribute that negative sign, opposite of x plus 4. Now you can put it in either standard or y-intercept form. If I put it in y-intercept form, it would be 2y equals the opposite of x minus 6, and then if I divide everything by 2, I would get y equals negative 1/2 x minus 3. There's your answer in slope-intercept form.